Now let's see how, let's say we have our simulation and how do we work with it. I'm just going to do one more thing here on the volume source. I actually wanted to see this with a bit more density. So here on the volume source, you can actually scale the values that are coming in. So we can, let's say, double the amount of density that's coming in, say 2. And now it's going to have a bit more dense. It's going to look more dense and it's going to cast a bit more, some more denser shadows. And it should look a bit better on the viewport. Okay, now how do we work with this? Let's go up. And we could work directly with the PyroSim top network, but that's not how you usually do it. So most of the times what you'll do is you'll create a geometry and Pyro render. And inside of Pyro render, what we're going to be doing is we're going to create a top import fields. We're going to select the network, which is PyroSim, accept, and the DOP node is going to be our smoke objects. I just put an asterisk here because I'm not really sure what the name is, so it should work. And the preset, we're going to choose smoke. And as you can see now, we can have a look at just the smoke. This preset is basically, what's basically doing is importing everything that might be relevant. For now, we're not going to be talking much about rest, but we have density, velocity, and temperature. These are the main ones. We don't even need color or rest, so we can just deal with these. And if you want to cache this out, you can just come here, right click, file cache, and then you will cache your simulation. Let's say I'm going to save it inside the sim folder, and I'll call this smoke rings. This just says that it's going to be saving a sequence based on the frame. If you click on it, if you middle mouse button on this, it's going to show you the whole path, and this is going to be the name of the file for this frame. Next, you would just hit save to disk. It's going to save everything into the disk. And then if you turn on the load from disk, let it finish. Turn on load from disk, you can just look at this. You can even disconnect it now. And you have your simulation cached and you can use it, and you don't even need to. You can clean up the cache of your timeline because you have it on disk. Okay. So this was a very basic, I tried to cover pretty much everything on this basic demonstration. I'm going to do one more small little project to show you how you can be creative about playing with this type of stuff, and just so that we can play a bit with velocity, which is something that we're not actually using on this demonstration. So I'll create another one that's going to give you something cool to work with as well.